bust, but it's a must, you gon' respect this. Plus your nuts will touch the dust, you try to check this. You ain't insane, I write your name down on my checklist. You think I'm playing, I leave you laying, I leave you breathless. I'm not a heathen, please believe I'm breathing for a reason. Until I'm bleeding, really feeling this world is so misleading. Sacrifice your life at night while facing certain sorrow. Your existence is at stake, you might not make tomorrow. Lost my heart when I was crossed, don't wanna make amends. Much too smart, my afterthought, don't wanna make no friends. If you're a fraud, then it's so hard to get a second chance. You could die in front of my eyes, won't get a second glance. As human beings, instead of being so many try to be. You ain't seen what I have seen in my society. So F the killers, F the dealers, F the police. Middle finger in the sky till I died, no peace. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. If you gon' tease me, better please me, cause I just can't take it. I'm not a rapist, but I whip you, then I strip you naked. There is no mercy for your gender, bend you over quickly. Keep my name on your brain, bet you won't forget me. You don't love me, I don't love you, you get no affection. You get no passion from assassin, only an erection. When I was broke, I had no hope, I didn't have a chance. You get no money from me, no kissing, no hugging, and no romance. I told you once, I told you twice, but seems you didn't listen. Won't be a victim to your constant lies and contradiction. Now to you rappers and you yappers with your punchlines. The game is almost over, now it's crunch time. Said you were sick of me, your medicine was dissing me. Should've checked the side effects and had you missing, see. I choked your throat for what you wrote, you are not a singer. You don't get the thumbs up, you get the middle finger. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. I can't seem to hide all the pain I feel inside. The way I'm living life is kinda like I already died. Forgive my sins in the past, the future, and the present. F the liars in the choir, oh yeah, F the reverend. Told you I ain't giving up until they bury me. Ain't sissy, you strong enough to even carry me. All the liars dying in the fire in the end. In this world we're so divided over dividends. Spend the last of your stash, collecting fate. Bet your cash turn to ash in that collection plate. I'm not religious, but they fill us with this nonsense. If they could, then they would kill us with no conscience. I ain't preaching, I'm just teaching, reaching for your soul. I ain't nothing like the deacon, I'm speaking what I know. Only God knows the truth, I just wait and see. With my middle finger up, waiting patiently. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger to the world, every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Middle finger up at all times. I ain't lying. Middle finger up at all times. I ain't lying. Middle finger up at all times. I ain't lying. Middle finger up at all times. I ain't lying.
Okay, my bad. Peace to the fam. Peace to the fam. Y'all already know what time it is. You see the title is a straight talk session. Episode 2, Trevor versus Richard. So I'm hoping that he's gonna show up. You can hear it. All right, cool. I'm hoping he's gonna show up. So I'm gonna give him some time. But if not, we're gonna just ride out. I got my drink. I'm feeling good. So we're gonna put this to rest tonight. But before that, who we got in the chat? See, I'm gonna give him a chance. I'm gonna give him a chance to just, defend himself, defend his ridiculous ways. But I like to call this like Trevor's Lounge, a straight talk lounge. If you listen to my podcast, you know that I'm always drinking on air and I always have a cigar. So I kind of want that background. Like I know right now I'm in the middle of the ocean, but I want the background of the cigar and the whiskey. But just a heads up real quick before Richard gets here. I put him in a title and he knew what time it was. He agreed to it. So I do have my first debate scheduled. It's tentatively set for March 5th. And I was kind of hoping that it was going to be an easier debate against Asar, but I don't know what's going on. Hopefully we'll run that later on in the season. Then I was kind of hoping that I could tussle with Black Sun, but I get it. You know, Black Sun got debates set up all over the place. He got debates in SVDL. He got debates like YouTube beef debates. So I'm going to let Black Sun just, you know, he going to be number 2 on my list. But I have a debate set up tentatively with one of the hardest debaters in the league, probably the longest tenured in the league. And I think he holds the number 1 ranking in the league right now. So you already guessed it. Straight Mr. Straight Talk, the rookie, the person who has never had a debate in his life is going to debate none other than Rio and Cozy. And that's tentatively set for March 5th. We're going to debate, what's the topic? Who's more important to the culture, Jay-Z or Master P? And the funny thing about it, he listened to the show and he heard me mention it. So, you know what I'm saying? So he threw it out there to me. And y'all know I'm not turning down any debates. I got on the stream earlier and basically begged for a debate. So, you know what I'm saying? So he mentioned it. We figured it out and, you know, so it's down. We're going to get it done. Then I think I'm going to take on Black Sun afterwards. So I think that's how it goes. Richard, where you at, man? You was talking all that shit earlier. Talking all that shit. I knew you wasn't going to show up, you and Carl Winslow. See, that's what men do. When men have issues, they come on and they discuss it. I did say I'm not going to argue with women, so he could be a woman, and that's probably why he's not coming on. But, you know, either way, we're going to ride out for a little bit. I don't normally do anything on Fridays because that's my family time, but I was making an exception for him. Who is that? What about Akasha? Akasha throwing out a lot of things, but we kind of agree on it. And like the stances that she wants me to take, I know that I say I'll basically take any stance. The stances that she wants me to take, I can't take. Like I just can't. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty good playing good cop, bad cop, but there's just certain things I'm not gonna. Like I'm not going to justify racism. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to do that. I can't do stuff like that. So me and Akasha get it in. Hopefully we could do the, I said a couple of things in that chat. So hopefully it causes her ear to itch. If y'all haven't, I just dropped a teaser for the show that I just did earlier this week. Hopefully that'll stir up some trouble. Because I basically said that that Black women treat their sons like they're men. And that's what causes, that's on my Straight Talk with Trevor page. I'm going to put the full show to that episode up Sunday, but I dropped a little teaser maybe 40 minutes ago. But in the teaser, I was talking about how, you know, Black women. And so just so y'all get me, y'all hear me a lot of times say Black women, Black men. I don't really care about the white community. So I deal with white people. I work for white people. But when it comes to my day-to-day talking and stuff like that, I don't focus on the white community. So all my talking points is always Black community centered. That's how I am. So you'll hear me say Black man, Black woman, Black man. What causes the divide between the Black man and the Black woman? Because I don't care about anybody else. That's just how I am. So hopefully with these Straight Talk sessions, y'all will really get to know, you know, y'all will get inside my head and get to see how I really think. You know, some people hey, I actually got people call me racist, but you know, I think I love my people more than I love the other people. You know, that's just how I am. But in that clip, I was saying how Black women don't realize some, and not all. I mean, I'm married to a beautiful Black woman, so Black women don't understand sometimes how much of a detriment they play to their sons. What they coddle him, and this is all with the absence of the father. So they'll coddle the sons. I can't see this chat. Hold up. Oh, okay. Got accuracy saying, where did I lie? That's good. Okay, so you're agreeing with me. But Black women, a lot of times they coddle their sons, and they call them king, and so it's like a progression. So when they're born, they're their babies. They grow up a little older, they're their prince, and then they eventually make them their king. And I feel like they act that way sometimes is because they don't want to. They know that their sons won't leave them, so they treat their sons like their man. And if a man ever does try to get close enough to them, then they got to deal with this son boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? That's always cop blocking and stuff like that. So y'all go listen to that show, man. It's called The Importance of the Black Father. It's a fire show, man. All my shows are fire, and all my shows are to stir up controversy. That's why earlier when Gynocracy and Juju were talking about certain type of topics, I'm like, shit, I'll debate any of that because that's all I talk about anyway. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm I talk about religion and shit like that, but that's not my bag. That's not my major talking points. I'm the type of guy that's going to say like, hey, I don't think we need to be mixing races. That's my stance. You know what I'm saying? Like I stand on stuff like that. So anybody, with these sessions, anybody want to, holler at me and say, hey, I got some pushback to that or whatever. Hey, I'm listening, because that's just how I am. I believe in, and I know there's mixing always going along. I'm pretty sure I got European in my family, but if you could avoid it, I'm against it. Just like the whole homosexual comment that came up earlier. It has nothing to do with religion. I just think two men shouldn't be messing around with one another. To me, that cuts off two Black men. That cuts off that brings the ability to reproduce down more. You know what I'm saying? So that's my talking points. People may say I'm crazy, but enough people get on this app and talk enough shit throughout the day. So let me talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? Drop the link. Who is this? Yeah, because Richard, obviously Richard bitch ass ain't coming on. So let me Juju is disgusting. All right. So Richard not coming on. Y'all see, I gave him 15 minutes basically. He's not coming on. So I'm done with him. Richard, you hear this? If you say my name while we're on the stream, I'm blocking your bitch ass out of the chat. Okay? Good. You and Carl Winslow, blocking y'all bitch ass out of the chat. Because I'm giving you the opportunity to come over here and talk to a man instead of staying over there caping for a woman that's losing her fucking mind. So you see what I'm saying? So I gave you your opportunity. So let me see if I remember how Black Sun taught me how to drop this link. Hey, and I promise you, probably by show 5, I'm going to be much better. Y'all see I got the music. Oh, by the way, that song was Middle Finger by my boy Venkat, his brother, the Silent Assassin. Dope ass musician. Y'all go check him out on all the streaming platforms. I got his whole damn catalog on YouTube Music. Venkat and the family blessed me by allowing me to use his music in my podcast. So when you listen to my show, you'll always hear his music in my shows. So yeah, that is a dope ass song, Middle Finger. And I love how it said, you don't know me in my society. Straight talk society, baby. All right, let me drop this link. Whoever want to come on, let's just chop it up. I will say, I know how these panels normally run with the over talking and stuff like that. Let's just, if we're going to come on, let's just have a conversation and at least let the person, if they're going to try to rebuttal you, at least give them like 30 seconds to rebuttal before you jumping in trying to kill them, All right, let me see how I do this. Invite. Oh, copy. Oh, that was easy. All right, y'all, come on. Yeah, I definitely got to get rid of this ocean. Look like I'm on the beach in Bahamas or something. I need something with, and I know as I'm saying it, Vancat probably thinking of something in his head right now, but my vibe, I'm drinking on air and normally have a cigar, so something to that effect. Juju says she doesn't agree with same sex. Now, I'll wait if you're gonna come on the panel because I don't want to misconstrue anything. I think the link is there, right? Should be. Yeah. Yeah. So y'all come on. So because I'm weird like that. So when I think of like homosexuality, I don't think women could be gay. And it's like y'all hear me say that and you're like, what? Like that's the stupidest shit I ever heard of. That's why I tell you, with me, it has nothing to do with your sexuality. It has everything to do with reproduction. You know what I'm saying? Like a man and another man, 9 out of 10, they're not going to want a woman. And I wouldn't want them to want a woman because God forbid this download shit is killing our community too. That's why when I'm talking to Vancat, y'all could come on, man. That's why when I'm talking with Vancat, not Vancat, my bad. That's why when I'm talking with Black Sun, I'm always trying to get them to see. That's why that's so important to me, because at the rate that Black men are dying in the streets, and I'm not the one that's going to put all the blame on the cops or put all the blame on the white man. We need to stop killing ourselves too. We need to cut that shit out. But we dying in the streets. We dying by the hands of other men. We dying early from health related issues. And now you got men having sex with men and no Black babies being born. So 20, 30, 40, 50 years, like how we going to carry this on? All right, MD. Are you? Oh, so MD could just put himself in. Okay, that's good. What's up, MD?
Peace, man. Peace. Yeah, I'm just listening in, man. I want to see what a conversation gonna go. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, this was supposed to be a smoke session where, me and Richard, but I knew he didn't want it. I knew he didn't want it. He can't handle my energy, and I wasn't even gonna call him names. I was gonna let him talk. I want to hear his voice.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, to me, just my opinion. I think he's I think it's a troll account. So I believe as a result of what happened earlier today, you might not ever even see that account again. But that's just me speculating.
Gynocracy, come on if you can, because I can't read the chat and I want to see what you're talking about. You too, Juju, if you can, because like I say, I know it's weird when women hear me say that I don't consider them gay, because all they're doing, hey, this is an adult conversation. All they're doing is bumping one another. There's no penetration going on. So, and I was talking about like the Download Brothers and stuff like that. So you mess around, a lot of them having sex unprotected, and then what do? They bring the diseases home, and they kill one of our most important resources, which is a Black woman. So that's the shit I be on. That's the shit I talk about. Like when you hear me on these panels, man, you guys are opening up my horizon, like with the politics talk and all that shit. That's not my thing. So I concede to your MDs and your Black Son with the international affairs and Yanga with the nationalism and stuff like that. But when we're talking about like what we're gonna do in our community, and I'll tell you, MD, voting can't fix this one.
No, I mean, you're right. I can't. But like I said, everything culturally that we deem as right, wrong, and indifferent in our society is directly affected by policy. You may not agree with that or not, but hey, I'm telling you, society controls the apparatus in which we live. So once you can change the policy, then you can change the dynamic in which your society is being governed under. That's not going to be an instantaneous thing. Like I continue to say that. You know, it took time for us to get in this condition. It's going to take time for us to get up out of it. That's just what it is.
So let me ask you a question. Do I sound crazy though when I say my thoughts on homosexuality is not based on what's Blue saying? Oh, we got a debate. Well, Blue, come on. All right, come on the record. Come on. I'm trying to listen. I'm gonna set all y'all up. I'm gonna set all y'all up and just knock y'all down. But do I sound crazy though when I'm like that? I don't feel that. I don't look at homosexuality as a moral issue when in regards to just man on man. To me, it's more of an issue because it takes away from our, us reproducing. And I know Gynocracy said one time that gay couples make pacts all the time. I really wanted her to explain that to me. Like, you mean adoption pacts and stuff like that? Like, what were you talking about?
Yeah, black gay couples don't, because they don't have the resources to do so. So that's a fallacy. I understand it. I understood exactly once you said it. But those come from high-end progressive gay couples. Black folks ain't doing that. Not on a wide scale, at the very least.
So I don't know what we could get away with saying, and I don't want to I know it's the arena and Black Sun, so they said a bunch of shit, but like, what do you guys think about the transgender community? Y'all, come on, man, come on. I'm getting comfy now. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's have this straight talk session with y'all, because these are the conversations nobody talks about. We talk about entertainment, we talk about all this other shit, but like this shit that's just like right out in our face. What are we talking about? Y'all, what do you think about the transgender community? Because I think I'm gonna tell you like this. I did a show on it, and it is the most critically slammed show I ever did on my 57 shows. Is either people loved it or they hated it. It was no in between, because like me and my guests, we went all the way. How do you do this, MD? You looking at who is this coming in?
Yeah, she should be able to just come straight in. Okay. Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, because you're an admin, she'll come straight in.
But like, how do you look at? Because I feel like with the transgender community, they kind of trying to have it both ways. And the
which
reason,
way?
Hold on, excuse me.
When you say both ways, what do you mean by both ways?
Pause. So a man that's born a man, and we could have this conversation because I don't think you can be born gay, but a man that's born a man now wants to be a woman, but still keep his man parts, but portrays himself as a woman. Like when I see stuff like that, that's the type of stuff that bothers me. So I'll look at a gay man and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, you gay, whatever. But I'm looking at like this guy that's basically posing. You know what I'm saying? Like listen, I'm all fucked up.
The ones that want to change their sex, but they still want to be with the woman, and it don't even make no sense.
Yeah, it's like
Jenna, he did that shit for no reason, and I talked about that on the last stream when we was chopping it up, because I know it's very now that part I don't agree with, and that's when I said there's nuances to this conversation, because a lot of straight black people be like, we never had all this extra shit before. We just was regular gay. And even a lot of the older gay men be like, bruh, why can't y'all just stop? Y'all making shit more complicated for us because y'all adding extra shit that never was there. Even in terms of gender fluidity, it used to be just more simple. Even now, I'm going to give you a good example where shit get complicated. Like okay, don't you know how trans people get caught up on a pronouns thing and shit like that now? So now that you that people are starting to become more privy to what's going on, they'll be like, fuck it. I'ma just now when I go out, I'ma just call everybody they them. And people go out their way to change their language, right? There's actually a whole argument in the trans community that that's transphobic because you should just go ahead and ask, period. And if not, then you transphobic for even assuming that they're non-binary. You find what I'm saying? Or they don't have a gender. They say that's transphobic because I might be a woman and don't just say them me. And it's like, bitch, I'm doing it as a general statement to accommodate you, and y'all still have an issue, and y'all still ready to cancel somebody. That doesn't make any sense, and it's like it's
one
no
second,
satisfying, y'all.
one second. I don't want to cut you right there, but
Go ahead.
blue, I kind of I agree with you. So if like that's what you like, I couldn't debate you on that. Like that, I couldn't build no premise around that because again, this is just me. This is just me being me, spewing off my shit. So I couldn't debate you on that one. So I'm pretty sure I'll say something else though that you want to get me on. All right, go ahead, GTO. Juju, come on the panel if you can.
Yeah, so they taking it to a whole nother level, even when we trying to accommodate them, and that's another issue because while before, they were saying like, we dying, we getting killed and stuff like that, we being discriminated against, so much progression has happened, and I feel like they create more division, as we as black people and stuff like that amongst we as black people, because the older black people, they don't want to have those conversations because it's complicated. They make it complicated, no matter what you do. I've been in that space, the social justice warrior space. I see how they get down. I left the last conversation I had that made me really leave and go back to the conscious sector, like the regular conscious sector, was one time. It was this dude. He was an intersex dude. He was born with titties, but he was mostly male, and he liked dressing like a girl. Now he said that he wanted to get a sex change because he wanted to live like a stud, because he felt like inside he was a girl. Complicated. But he said he wanted to bang this black woman in the face because she referred to him as him, but she old as shit. And I was like, you want to bang her in the face? Motherfucker, what?
You mean bang her sexually or punch her?
No, bang her in the face, like just beat her up because and when he was getting on a bus or something, he was what she said, excuse me, young man. And that at that day he was dressing like a boy anyway. So I was like, how you gonna get mad and what? That was the last time I came, because when I talked to him about it, and I said, well, you got to understand, she comes from a different generation. I said, you can't let yourself get that mad to the point where you want to punch an old lady in the face. And he said, because he was saying that's what the fuck he ready to start doing. That's why I said something. Then he blocked me. I was so mad. I was like, oh, fuck all y'all. I'm tired of y'all.
let me answer the question right here. Juju saying, content creators marrying sex dolls, which
that's a whole nother ballgame.
Yeah, we have a serious psychological problem in this world. But so what do you guys think about the homosexuality in minors? Like, I'm talking about, you got 7, 5, 6, 7, not 5, you got about like 7 to 10-year-olds talking about they're gay. Like, where the hell did that come from? Because we've always had gay people, but it never infiltrated our kids. And I'm thinking this because
these always stopped it until they got out the house, as far as like dressing and I want to get a sex change. And now it's changing because it seems like it's like people have to be losing their kids because they don't want to put their kids on hormones, or they don't want to call their kids by their pronouns. They like, hey, you can at least live as the sex you was born as until you leave my goddamn house. That's the way black people always did it, but I'm starting to see more black people conforming to that shit. And I'm just like, bruh, like, I wouldn't care about my child, but I'm just looking at it as I don't want nobody to make fun of them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm 4'11". I already look like a little fucking kid. I'm swinging on everybody.
But why?
Don't call my son no FAG.
Wow. Oh, I can't say that, huh? Damn, I'd be saying that shit all
No,
the time.
no, I'm just saying. No, even on YouTube though, your whole platform will just shut down.
Oh, jeez.
Now,
Man,
yeah, you can't say
y'all
that
gotta let
word.
me know. Y'all gotta let me know these rules, man, because I let those words fly.
Oh
Damn,
yeah, I
my
was
bad.
supposed to tell you, but see, even like it's this whole platform that we go to or whatever. It's called the Purge. We be over there just roasting and gagging all night and shit like that. And so whenever somebody come up there and say FAG, we be like, ho ho ho, we've been roasting and gagging all night. But that's that word that YouTube would be like, bye bitch, shut your whole goddamn channel down.
But
You not
isn't it funny though? Isn't it funny though? You have
No, you
men
can
that
come up here, Blue.
no
I ain't gonna say shit to you.
no listen.
I ain't gonna say shit to you. Go ahead, hit the link.
No, it
It's you and
isn't.
Trevor.
Isn't this funny though that you could say you can call people niggas, you could call people hoes, you could call them bitches, but you can't say that word. So
Yes.
you're like racism and sexism is more accepted than to call somebody out on their bullshit sexually. Like
But
yeah,
we was doing that, you know, because it was
I call it bullshit. So I mean
man, but it was weird because it was just I don't know. I felt like it was a lot of down low brothers in that space anyway. It just disturbed me. I never went back because niggas was coming up there drunk and inviting men to their penis and talking about getting molested and crying and shit. It was very weird. I was like, y'all don't need to drink and do this because it's bringing out like even Juju Juju seen that shit, all them gay ass men up there. I said, this is the FAG fest. Like, yeah.
but what I mean, but where how did it come? How did it just get so and I want to go back to the kids. So you have like Dwayne Wade's son, and yes, it's a son. Just doing this shit, and then you have Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union just parading him around like he's this hero, and you know what I'm saying? Like he should just be put on this pedestal as just, you know, a saint. Then you have Michelle Obama talking about how heroic and how proud she is of him, and it's just bullshit. Like to have a child that young who's obviously confused, and the parents and everyone else is just like, go ahead, just go ahead. It's just like it's just like when we're on YouTube doing shit you shouldn't be doing, and instead of people checking it at the door, like, hey man, chill out with that shit. They just boosting it on, you know. And y'all will see with me, I'm all over the place. But Blue, one thing I am glad, you know, you talking about we're gonna debate.
He don't want to come up here because I'm up here.
On.
But listen, hold on. Can I just say this real fast as you continue on? Blue, I'm not going to say nothing or whatever or go back and forth with you or whatever. I'm not here for that or whatever. Like I already got it out. I'm not even bitter. I'm not mad. I understand that you wasn't going to run from no debate or whatever, and that's what you want to do. I'm not going to hold back. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I don't give a fuck. I don't care, okay? But at the same time, you need to know that I'm going to be over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm Team Marina now, so and I'm not going to hold back Black Sun platform because he said you invited over here. I'm not. Come on now.
See, like Blue, if I'm running the panel, it ain't gonna be any of that talking over whatever. So if you want to come up, man, just come up.
I don't even have to say nothing to you. Like,
come on. What I was gonna say with Blue, the fact that he said he got to debate me, that makes me happy because that lets me know that he's still in the league. Because I don't want to be in the league that don't have Blue in it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy about that. So the link is in the chat. You want to come in, you know what I'm saying? You can come in and build. I ain't gonna be on here 2, 3, 4 hours because I don't really rock out on Friday nights. I just somebody had some smoke for me and I wanted to get them on here, but obviously they're afraid. But I see Juju. So Juju, you think I really wish you could come on. You're probably busy doing something, but so you think it is irresponsible the way I'm assuming I'm reading that right. You think it's irresponsible the way Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle are treating this little boy. Like Because when you're 12, 13, 14, 15 years old and you're talking about, you don't know sex yet. You may be having sex, but you don't know the responsibility. All right, how this one go? That's MD coming back. You don't know the responsibility of having sex. So imagine now this kid gets 20, he has his sex change or whatever. He gets 20, 25, 30. And then he's like, what the fuck did I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? That's the shit that nobody thinks about. Everybody always thinking in the moment, like, oh yeah, hero, 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 yay, yay, yay. Little boy wants to wear a dress, yay, big hero. But they're not thinking about how fucked up that kid's gonna be when he's 30. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody think about that shit. Everybody always want to act in the moment.
Yeah, because I did hear a large percentage. I forgot how much. I'm not even gonna lie, but I did hear a large percentage of the adults grow up and then they end up regretting it. You know, it's crazy.
Because
like, that's what the adults regret it.
That's what I'm telling you. That's why I feel they can't be born that way. If you were born that way, why would you regret it?
Right, but that's because at the end of the day, just like you said, we always had gay people, but we never had gay. I don't know anything in history where gay people said they wanted to change their genitals. That's a whole nother situation. That's a whole nother situation. We never had it. I'm saying like only people that was cutting their penises off was eunuchs back in the day. Now all of a sudden, I said now white people come into the mix. Now that's what black people want. I'm not going. That shit don't seem real to me. Come on.
You got something on this, MD, or you just listening? Yeah, hey, MD probably
with all that, man. I ain't got no commentary on that. But but like I said, again, damn. Nah, it's all good. Yeah, but again, like I said, it's we dealing with a situation where the acceptance from a progressive standpoint is gotten it to where is little to no pushback in certain areas, so it's getting bolder and bolder. You know what I mean? The taboo for it all is not where it used to be, like back when we was kids. So that got a lot to do with it. You know what I mean?
I'm from Jamaica. I was born in Jamaica. I mean, I've been here my whole entire life, but I was born in Jamaica. I'd go to Jamaica every year, and if they thought that you were gay, somebody got that background noise. If they thought that you were gay, they're probably going to kill you. But now, even in Jamaica, you see them just walking around freely. So, am I the caveman? Like, am I the one stuck? Because somebody will tell me, "Oh, you need to get with the times," but I still believe that I want to raise my daughter in a world where I got a 7-year-old daughter, and she'll come to me and she'll be like, "Daddy, why does that man have on makeup, or why does that man do this?" And he's like, excuse me, she's like, "Only mommies and daddies are supposed to kiss, right?" And I'm telling her, yeah, absolutely, because that's my child. I have a responsibility to her to teach her the way that I feel is right for her to learn. I mean, once she gets older, then that'll be a whole nother thing. But I'm old fashioned. I'm of the opinion like little girls should still dress like little girls. Little girls shouldn't be walking around here with makeup and fake nails and eyelashes and shit like that. Allow them to be kids. Like we live in a world where we just want everybody to grow up so fast. And I'm just like, come on, man. Like, what happened? Like, that's when I be talking. That's why Black Son don't like when I be talking like this, because he always go to religion. Oh, you just want everything to be a monolith and blah, blah, blah. Nah, I'm just saying, like, what happened just to morals, man? Religion didn't tell me about morals. I think morals are something that's inside of you, that's just innately inside you. And I'm just saying, like we're losing our kids, and it seemed like nobody gives a fuck. You know, it's like the dads aren't in the house to raise their sons. They aren't there to be role models for their daughters, so they know what a real man looks like. The moms are now doing the moms are competing with their kids now to be sexy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what happened, man? What, like, that's what y'all gonna get from these sessions with me. Like, this is who I am. All the shit you see me arguing with Black Sun and MD and shit like that, I'm learning. I'm trying to learn. They probably gonna watch me in the debates. It's all good. But this is me.
No, Trevor, like you very well
this is shit I talk about.
No, Trevor, you very well spoken, and you know you willing to learn, and I think that's what makes somebody a great debater. You know what I'm saying? In a great conversationalist, because you got to sit down and listen at first to see what they're saying, because once they start coming with talking points you never heard because you assume because they said one thing, that's what fuck people up. And I'm like, you just gotta give it some time, you know. And that's what you've been doing. Like, if you got a good memory of what they've been saying and shit like that, and you put it together, you be all right. You feel me?
Want to welcome Juju to the panel. What's going on, Queen?
Juju up here. Hey.
Yeah, I definitely disagree with that whole sex change at a young age. And it's funny you brought it up because I was just watching a video on YouTube, but they were Caucasian kids, and they turned like 19 or 20, and they started crying about like the psychological and mental damage that they're going through, how they regret getting that chopped off, and they was even the woman who was trying to turn into men was regretting it. It was really sad to watch. It's very irresponsible to allow anybody under 18 to even get that done.
Facts.
I told you how I seen that black woman that I knew all on Facebook for years, for over 10 years, and she always just been girly, and she got with that white woman, and she straight turned to a man, and I just couldn't understand. I was so mad, and she never even been with a woman before all her life. She always said she been curious to be with a woman, but she always been with a man. As soon as she got with that white woman, she straight did a sex change. Oh my God. That 7-year-old baby, I was probably so fucking confused. I don't give a listen. I'm very progressive in my thoughts, but I don't like shit like that. I ain't like that. This is recent too. My heart dropped. I said, "What the fuck?"
So, my daughter used to go to a school 2 years ago, where 1 year she had a female teacher. She went back the next year, he was a man, and they basically were telling the kids, like, you know, sometimes God, you know, they love putting God in it when it comes to shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, they're like, sometimes God don't, you know, and we had my daughter change schools just because.
Damn,
I don't want to. I know
that's right, black man.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Black man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. When it comes to my child, man, it's I'm the one that's responsible for my child. I don't. The school board may teach them. They may teach them whatever they need to teach them as far as book wise, but she's gonna get character development and shit from me. And that's why my show, I'm gonna plug it, man. Y'all go listen to it. It's gonna drop on my YouTube page Sunday, but the podcast is available right now. It's called The Importance of the Black Father. And that's why I feel like our community, our Black community, is on life support right now, because the Black father is not present. He's not present. And I always use this Bible verse. I don't know the actual numbers, but it's in Genesis, where God asked Adam one question. He said, "Adam, where are you?" And that's my charge to the Black man. Where are you? Your kids need you. The women need you in the community. Fucking communities is dying all around us, but where are the men? Where are you? Where are you? Can somebody answer me that question? Like, where's the Black man? Where's the Black man being a role model to his kids? Where's the Black man being a dad to his daughter? Where is he? Where's the Black man? Where are you? I thought so. Yeah, y'all go ahead, man.
You said, where's the white man? What you mean?
No,
what you mean by that?
I said, where's the black? I said white. I've been drinking.
I heard you say white man.
Oh no, I'm gonna say white. No, black.
Oh,
no,
okay. Yeah, I was about to say, the white man, he there all the time.
Exactly. But why aren't we? Well, we there, MD. But I'm saying, when I say we, you know, I'm not talking about specifically us. But I got this problem. I got this problem where I categorize us all. I put us all in the same boat. So when I'm saying we, I mean just us as a whole. Why are 70, what is it, 72% of black babies born out of wedlock? Why is that? Why doesn't no okay? Why what happened that the sanctity of marriage is just looked at now like, fuck it, I don't want to do that. I don't care about getting married anymore. Now you got these
media and everything hit black people the hardest still.
Yeah, I don't think
influence us so hard.
Wait, hold on, God accuracy. Let MD, because I cut him off, man, and he be on his shit, man.
No, real quick. I don't think it's the fact that we don't want to. We just understand the check and balances of a child's life when he's born in that situation and without that situation. So you remember back, you probably don't, but back in the day when you knocked the girl up, back in like granddaddy time, you know what I mean? They had the shotgun weapon, right? That was to maintain a village type scenario where it was no abandonment of that child, period.
MD, who assured that would happen though?
The elders would.
No, more specifically, who assured that would happen? The man, right?
Well, yeah, granddad.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, but he assured it because he was trying to maintain that glue within that village culture. That village culture is non-existent right now. Also deal with the dynamic that a lot of these men understand that they'll get put in a precarious situation where, in fact, they may, if they stay with that woman, they may in fact be taking resources away from the child, because at that point you ain't eligible for certain benefits from the state level, and a lot of times the woman want them benefits, so she may not want to be in a relationship. Not to that extent. Yeah, she'll fool around with you, let you come to the house every once in a while. But ain't no putting no ring on nothing because you fucking the check up at that point.
MD, I was trying to bait Holly into a debate. So in our group chat with the debaters, I put that exact same line. I said that black women have unknowingly been our biggest
yeah, it's subconscious.
It's subconscious.
Yeah,
it's so funny that you would say that though.
Right.
Wait, over what? Over the check?
She wouldn't take that though. She wouldn't bite. She wouldn't take the bait.
No, absolutely not. That's not the problem.
Like.
Because here's the thing. There's so many requirements for being on that government assistance. That's not really the issue. You know what I'm saying? That's not the issue. I've seen the way stuff play out time and time again.
Say what?
That's not the issue.
I got three.
Did you say because of the check that black women get? Was I dreaming?
I got three kids. One of them behind me right now playing the game. One mother of my kids got pregnant. We was at the hospital filling out paperwork for the benefit. Like. And
then it's like, okay, but the men got to be able to step up and be able to cover that though. If you're not working,
absolutely,
I agree with that.
Absolutely,
but look at it from y'all position.
But also, you can also lie to the government and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You can also lie, but
yeah. But why? But why risk the bag?
You're not gonna risk the bag. They trust me. They not that good at looking motherfuckers. They should have been found my baby fathers. I lied in the past just to hold my baby father down, and he still fucked up, and they still ain't find these motherfuckers. But I lied. I lied because I ain't want them to find. I just don't want them on child support. I don't want nothing to do with them.
You talking about an anomaly. Though.
They not safe.
We talking about from a wide scale. From a wide scale that ain't happening. And I know. You being pregnant in the hospital, you gonna weigh out the checks and balances. I can. But
if he's not there though, that's something that we just gotta do for ourselves. If he's not going to fit the bill while we not
being there.
Huh?
And that's a qualifier for him not being there. Because if you valuing the benefits more than you valuing the protection of that man, what He already feel like shit. Most men we talking about what, about 3 generations that done had effects from that by now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all subconscious. Like you may get a female pregnant and you already thinking about, damn, like, yeah, I'm gonna kick it every once in a while. She may let me come through every now and again, but
see the
the
child,
relationship is not gonna go to that next level.
Yeah, but that's not. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it go. Because if that's how he look at the relationship from the jump, that's just something that's just gonna go down. And black men,
go ahead.
just what you say?
No, I was about to say, can I just really be honest? Because like this whiskey really creeping up on me now.
Yeah, go ahead and say what you gotta say.
I blame you women, and again, Juju, Gynocracy. When I say you, I'm not talking about you guys specifically, but I'm just talking about as a whole. I blame you guys a lot of times for the type of men that we have, because you guys continue to procreate with the worst of us. And because you'll look past the decent guy for just the gutter trash, and then get mad when he can't take care of the kids, when he can't support you, when he wants to have multiple women. No, you created that monster.
Right.
And now you want to try to put him on child support, and which again, I think child support is necessary. I have somebody very close to me that's not talking to me because I told him he needs to take care of his kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying.
But he cut you off. What's her? Like, I was supposed to cut you off. Like, I ain't even do it.
No, but I'm saying, like, that's how I am though. I'm that dude, man. Y'all getting, that's why the name is Mr. Straight Talk. Y'all getting me tonight. And so I blame the men for not being there, but I blame y'all for constantly giving them that ability, taking them back, and you have one baby with a failure, you're like, oh, let me give him a chance and have 3 more with them. You know what I'm saying? So when does the cycle ever stop?
Right. Because we have the ability to get, that's why I push condoms and birth control, and I also talk about black women, also learning how to deal with what is it called, sexual coercion, because that happens a lot too, and reproductive coercion, where a man just keep begging and swearing he want to do this, swearing he want to do that, and gaslighting and shit like that. It's like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of black women don't just step up and say no, get the fuck up out of there, or just, you know what I'm saying? A lot of black women have a lot of experiences where they being coerced into a lot of sexual experiences, or they being fed a lot of garbage and stuff like that, and they have to use discernment. And I talk about that on my platform, because I said you can't just allow them to do that. You have to make sure you on birth control at this point. Like, you can't just keep having baby after baby after baby, like.
Let me ask you a question.
Especially I've seen women who have abortion every 4 years casually. Like, it's weird.
Juju, you were saying something? I thought she was trying.
No, I was gonna say an unpopular opinion. So I understand the whole birth control and stuff, even though I don't really like telling my own personal business, but I will say from experience, as far as birth control, I would suggest a lot of people just start practicing self-control and celibacy, because this whole birth control too, it does a lot to the body. Because me personally, I'm going through it now and I'm getting it taken out. I just think that we know somebody's not good for us. We have to try our best. Leave them alone. They don't even deserve you. They don't even deserve to be in your bed. Condom or no condom.
Because I don't want to see my period ever in my life anyway. I love it, girl.
I wish I knew how to drop.
I wish I cigarettes, because
I wish I knew how to drop a bomb,
stop
man.
Smoking cigarettes and never see my period ever again.
So let me ask you, because we talk about birth control, but I remember a time where that was the last thing on our mind was birth control. We just didn't want to catch any diseases. Well, I don't hear anybody talking about diseases anymore. I don't hear about anybody.
I be like, listen, I be like, tell Liz, don't be ashamed to bring your own condoms. We already know how niggas is. Niggas put it out there that all they want is the booty. So the least you can do is bring your own. Niggas be like, oh, she bought her own condom. She is the thought. No, use the thought. Cause why you rubbing up on me, motherfucker? I asked you get the fuck up off me. You keep begging for coochie.
But do people still have that conversation? I've been married 10 years, so I ain't had to deal with that. Do people still have that conversation? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where
No.
I know when me and my wife got together, you know, we had to wait before we, you know, took the rubbers off. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's like that was 10 years ago. But do people still have that conversation? Like, hey, what's the disease? Like, what's the body count? Okay, shit, Trevor, I'm in it now. I want to get into this body count thing.
Child, we just over 2K people just watch Rob and Tracy sit there and talk about how they didn't exchange STD results. Rob gave her his STD results, but he was complaining, talking about he ate her coochie and his tongue was numb. He felt like he got AIDS and he didn't see her results. And I was like, and he already was bragging about how he ate her booty and how her coochie tastes like mustard. I was like, but you did it. You did, like, how do you?
I think a lot.
So we know niggas don't care. Like, everybody was like,
I think a lot of that is bullshit though. I don't buy half. I don't buy half of what they say over there. They're like it's you see what you said. They had 2,000 people in the chat. You know what I'm saying? They got to put on a show. So here's a double standard for you that I feel.
You don't understand. He did it on camera.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I'll say I don't
under the desk, yeah. Like if she was begging him to stop.
Yeah, I don't watch it. I mean, I don't really watch them. So it's just like whatever you report does or whatever. So I'll take your word for it.
No, I'm telling you, like, and it's crazy because they had mentioned the arena in the chat. Because I was over there just, you know, kicking it. And they was like, oh, they dragged you in the arena. So I was just like, wow, okay. I was like, thanks for that shout out.
So let me ask you a question, because women now, and how long have I been on? Oh shit, already out. Women are becoming more sexually liberated now, whereas a body count used to mean something back in the day. So I always like to say this in my man cave group. Like I could fuck 1,000 women and they look at me like I'm a hero. But if a woman has sex with like 10 guys, we're going to look at her funny. But now women are openly bragging like, hey, I fucked 100 guys and this and that. There was a time where a woman's body was the best that she could give a man. Now it's just like, here, take it. This is what I got, and I'm gonna give it to the highest bidder. So where I know I'm just throwing a bunch, and listen, I hope y'all come back to the straight talk sessions, because this is what it's gonna be like. This is exactly what it's gonna be like.
I think men need to face the fact that women aren't gonna be pure, because that's not
absolutely. Especially
our body
now.
isn't a commodity anymore, and we have rights now.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily a good thing, though.
Oh, okay. But here's the thing. Damn. Okay, but here's the thing, though. The sexual liberation part is gonna come because, you know, we can do what we want. Like, you know, we don't have to get married to y'all no more. That's not how society is working right now.
But that's
what I'm saying. Do I think it's conducive to the community? Yes, I do think it's better because, you know, married couples do thrive a little bit better, and it's hard as a motherfucker out here, you know, but that's not where we at right now. You know, it's just is what it is.
Yeah,
then the sexual liberation thing gotta come into terms where men need to let that shit go, because if you're not pure and you looking for something that's pure, that shit don't even add up. That's not equal. Y'all need to grow up. You know what I'm saying? So we can come together. Y'all need to get out of that and just worry about is she clean or not. Worry about having the conversation of exchanging STD results. Worry about, using condoms. Worry about all this shit. Talking about birth control. These conversations need to come up before we even worried about body count, because motherfuckers just don't care no more. They up there
Well,
eating Denny's mustard coochie.
would
It's
you
not healthy.
would you mess with a guy that you knew fucked like 200 women? Piecing you,
I
I mean.
would I would have to get over it.
So no. Would you fuck with a guy that you knew fucked at least 200 women?
I probably did. I wouldn't fucking know. It's not none of my business.
If you knew, would you do it, or would you be like, boy, this might be?
If he was clean, like, people just be blessed that way. Hell yeah.
I'll be damned.
I wouldn't. I mean, let's
listen.
Let's keep it. Let's keep it a buck with me. Like,
some people would just really fuck thousands of people and then be clean. Some people be in a marriage and then they partner cheat, and next thing you know, they bring them an STD. They never fuck nobody else, and they got a disease for the rest of their life. A lot of time. Matter of fact, I'm thinking that it's probably happened more so in marriage, because you trust in this person. Y'all fucking raw. You don't know this person cheating. They bring you a fucking disease. You promiscuous, like, everybody bring the condom and shit like that, hopefully. But in a relationship, you really not even thinking about this person bringing you a disease. That one hitter quitter, that motherfucker cheat. You not thinking about it, and you take the bag, or
am I making y'all uncomfortable yet?
No.
Okay.
Me and Juju be over there at the Manosphere. We already knew what you was going to say before you even said it. That's why we sit here laughing and talk like.
Well, I don't know anything about the Manosphere or nothing like that. So I don't. If my talking points are the same as theirs, then maybe I need to go check them out.
This basic red pill.
Maybe I need to go check them out then. Okay. But I mean, because like
it's
for
not
me,
even extreme. We heard like weird shit. Like you don't
I mean, I try not to disrespect women. You know what I mean? So y'all may hear me drop F-bombs and stuff, but that's just because I cuss a lot. But
it's mostly niggas over here. Like I know what I was going to get. That's why when you see me come, I have the Project Pat picture up. I'm like with the nigga.
Who's sharing their screen? I can't see this. Like what are we looking at?
I didn't share the screen.
I thought that was you.
You can't see that.
I thought that was you.
No, man. I'm trying to figure out how you do this shit, man. I still need to know how.
Me too. Me too. Can anybody see that?
I just see circles. I don't know what it says on there.
I see. It says black father is not present in the home. Child support. I guess it's showing statistics.
Oh, okay. Shit, I got about 15 slides about statistics from the dad not being in the house. And y'all, man, you could.
Yeah.
You're breaking up a little bit, MD.
Giving you, like, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay, yeah, it's just basically giving you a general cycle of the effects and the harms of this potential father not being at home. And if you go to the slide on the first circle to the left at the top, it's telling you father may still involve life, but contributions are devalued. Meaning that the state's subsidies that the mother is getting is better than what the father is making. So subconsciously, the mother is like, you know what I mean? Why, we can still kick it, but why would I try to form some type of union or a bond with you when the state got me on deck? And then, of course, we got our fights and, we'll get mad at each other and, that'll cause, the female to call the white man. And then, that's when the courts get involved. But a lot of the times, it and I know it. I'm not saying it's mainly a contribution factor, but a lot of the times it's because of spite. It just is what it is. You know what I mean?
I hope I never end up in that situation. Because a lot of my boys are going through that now with like the whole child support and things like that. And, you know, they come to me and we had this uncomfortable conversation that, you know, they're trying to tell me that they shouldn't be on child support. I'm like, well, dude, you still got to take care of your kid. I mean, and if you're not, you know, $100 ain't going to take care of a growing kid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it's like, we don't hold ourselves, we don't hold one another accountable enough. Like, you know, and that was part of my beef with Richard, is that he is sitting over there cheering this shit on instead of saying, hey, stop. You know what I'm saying? And like, we don't hold one another accountable. Like, we don't hold our homies accountable when we see them fucking up. And we're just like, hey, man, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all not taking care of your kids, man. Like I say, the easiest way to get cut off by me is let me know that you don't take care of your kids. I have no respect for a man that doesn't take care of his kids. And when I tell you there's somebody very, very close, or fuck it, I'll say it, my brother. Me and my brother haven't talked in a year because he's mad at me because I checked him for not taking care of his kids. It's that serious to me. Because I have a little girl and I don't ever want to fucking live in a world where I turn my back on her and don't provide for her. So that's why that shit means so much to me. All right, that was my serious moment, but
hey man, I get it, man. I get it. Like I fight to make sure that my kids are in a position where they can succeed, right? Because my dad, he was a nigga, you know what I mean? So I saw what it meant to be a nigga. Like, yeah, he would come around and you know, we'll toss the football a couple times, and that would be pretty much it. So I saw, well, damn, you know, I'm watching my mom's like struggle, and you know, we living with our grandparents, and you know, my grandparents taking on responsibilities that they really shouldn't have. You know what I mean? Like, grandparents supposed to be there just to spoil and like bounce you out, but they were taking on like school responsibilities because my mom was working and stuff like that. I'm like, hold on, like, you know, and this is, I'm a child thinking this. I'm like, I don't think, you know what I mean? Like, this is a 3-man group going on right here. I don't think it's supposed to be like that. But sure enough, whenever my dad would come around, I'll be as happy as a damn a grasshopper on the second Saturday before grass get cut, right? So, but in my mind, I knew I had my love for my father, but at the same time, I knew he wasn't shit. I knew that as a child, because he wouldn't buy me nothing. But just from the fact that I would be able to see him was enough for me. So the complicitness that got to the point where I just wanted to see my dad. I ain't give a shit that he ain't buy me nothing, because I knew I had my mom, my grandparents to, you know, lay back on. So when I grew up and I had kids and I had kids being a nigga, there wasn't no playing thing, you know what I mean? But I was like, damn, you know, I skated. So now what I'm gonna do? You know what I mean? So at that point, I had to be like, okay, let me stop being a nigga. Maybe that'll help. You know what I mean? and let me do what I got to do. Now, with that being said, you gotta understand the role in the position where you put this woman in, because she was a nigga too. So it's like, okay, where does my place lie in the responsibility, and where does her place lie in responsibility? A lot of times we get in these situations. I use me as an example. We get in these situations where it's a situation where, okay, you got to put the blunt down, you got to put the bill down, and you got to be a parent. Who's willing to do that? Wow. A lot of times the men will say, oh, all right, man, I guess my, you know, sowing my roll oats is over with. You know what I'm saying? Let me go and do what I got to do. But the woman sometimes don't want to do that. Like she'll have birth and, you know, do her 5 weeks and it's turn up time again. You know what I'm saying?
Especially now.
And it's like that. Yeah, it's like, damn, well, I want to turn up too, but I got to go to work Monday. You know what I'm saying? then you might give in and say, damn, I'm gonna turn up with you. And now you in a position where Friday, what's your check looking like? Oh, this ain't gonna work. So then you got infighting going on. Or it's a situation where you still want to be a nigga, and this black woman getting her ass up and going to work every day, and your ass in your draw playing Mac. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the latter happens more so often. Too often.
Well,
especially now.
I'm sorry, that's what's happening now. Like,
well, GTO. I think what's happening. We're getting judged as black men. We're getting judged by the loud, vocal minority of us. So we always get judged by the worst of us. So you heard me say a couple of times on the stream tonight, I'm always like, we. I'm not talking about me and MD. I'm talking about the niggas, like the people who doing the stupid shit. But
and you said it earlier, God knockers. Some of these benefits is taking the devaluation of the man, like, and just putting him out the picture. And some of these females accept that. Like, some of these females will let these dudes get chill like that. Because, you mean to tell me we got food stamp, I got Section 8, I got TANF and all this stuff, and I ain't got to do nothing? Bills paid. Well, I need to go to work.
You actually, but hold on, you actually do have to do something now. They make you.
Hey, y'all hold the panel. Y'all hold the panel down. I gotta go use the bathroom real quick. Y'all hold the panel down real quick.
They make you go to work activity. Now, what I will say is, ever since COVID, because they don't want a lot of those women with kids going there and ending up getting COVID. Now it's still like the work activity program is still shut down. So, but they'll put you through training through a certain amount of months, and if you don't get a job in a certain amount of time, they'll start cutting your shit down and stuff like that. And,
but that's the female though. That the dude ain't got to do that.
But it be men in there. It be like one man, but I know what you mean. It's mostly women.
Yeah, the dude ain't on the paperwork though. But what I'm saying is, a lot of these females will accept that. They'll get their ass up and go to work. Whether it be for minimum pay or not, they'll get their ass up and go to work just to maintain them benefit. But for subconsciously or whatever the reason may be, they'll let that nigga just sit there and don't do nothing, and they'll be complicit in what they get. I done seen it with my own eye.
It does happen. It does happen. But that's why I said black women now, we'll be talking about being celibate, like what Juju said, because and I was like, it's annoying that it took for Roe versus Wade to for women to start talking about it. But I was like, that should have been on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. In fact, I done seen dudes basically they house dad. Now go ahead, Juju. But yeah, I done seen dudes be house dad from infant all the way up to damn near high school.
I think because a lot of problem too is like women, just for the sake of saying they have a man in the house, we have this big problem where it's like we like to shame other women for not wanting to put up with that. They decide to break themselves away from that type of toxic behavior.
Yep.
And because we are so happy about saying we have a man in the house, no matter how much food he's eating for free, not paying no bills, no nothing, we're just so happy that man is sitting in the house. And we're so, I don't know why women are just, I don't know. They just like, they'll deal with toxic stuff just to say you got a man, just to say you have a marriage.
Yeah, like that happens a lot. And I encourage women, don't don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't get in a relationship just to say you have a relationship. It's a lot of single shaming that goes on in our community that that needs to be stopped, because a lot of us need to be by ourselves for real, because we don't need to come together and be more toxic in front of some kids and shit like that, and they see that.
I agree with that 100%.
Like, no, at that point, when y'all start arguing in front of the kids and it's fights and stuff like that, and infidelity, and y'all talking about the infidelity in front of the kids, at that point, no, don't sit here and try to make it work. It's over.
Then it's like a lot of black people shame therapy. Like it's a lot of us before you even get into the relationship, you need to
Yep.
go get checked out. But even your own family looks at you like you have to be crazy just to go get some therapy, and you're over there bringing that trauma into your relationship, and you're pushing everybody away who probably care about you, but you don't have no self control your own damn self.
Yep. Hmm.
Juju,
Shit.
when I got married, before, I don't know how it is in other states, but in the state of Florida, you have to have a 4 week certification, marriage counseling certification before you get married, or else you'll have to pay all the fees. So we did marriage counseling, which was supposed to be a 4 week course. It ended up lasting 8 months. We did it with our pastors. This is when I was still going to church. And it was a counseling session because they were like, well, we want to impart so much in you guys that y'all could deal with all the hardships that's going to come against you and shit like that. So when you mention counseling and stuff, I'm a big advocate for that. People always look for the wedding day. They don't ever look for the day after the wedding where your life really begins. We had a real nice wedding, but that whole time I'm just at that reception like, damn, tomorrow I'm going to be somebody's husband. And what the fuck am I going to do to ensure her that all the shit I told her dad, I'm going to do it and take care of her and put her in a house and do this and provide for her and do that. Like, people never look at that stuff. And then when we had my daughter was born 3 months early, and it was the hardest time in our life. Like, that was the only time we were ever like on the verge of probably just collapse. And, because my daughter spent 3 months in the hospital and everything. So we were going back and forth to the hospital every single day, fighting and shit, not necessarily fighting with one another. We were fighting at the situation. But we started to think back to all that stuff that we were taught in the counseling session. And I think that if a lot of people would do some damn counseling, one thing that's so taboo in the Black community is we shun therapy for some reason. I have a therapist friend that's on my show a lot of times. She's a family. I keep getting her title wrong. Oh God, forgive me. She's a family and marriage counselor. She's been on the arena one time. I'm gonna see if I can get her on one of these late night sessions so she could really break down some of the PTSD in the Black community, like the family trauma and all that shit that really affects us that nobody ever talks about. But I 100% agree with you. Like the counseling and GTO was saying, like, sometimes you just gotta be by yourself. Before me and my wife got together, I was single for 13 months. Not that I couldn't have just got back into another relationship, but I was like, wait a minute. I had 3 failed relationships before this, and the one common denominator was me. So maybe if I would just sit my Black ass down and focus on me and stop chasing tail, then maybe I'll be worth something in a relationship. And like I say, this year will be 10 years. So I think I did pretty good taking that time off. But yeah, we got to learn how to first be alone and love ourselves, because if we can't love ourselves, then we're not going to be good to anybody. And it's just going to be a constant circle of just nothing but toxicity and drama and just a bunch of bullshit.
I agree. That's why it's annoying. Like when you go to certain spaces on here, they keep trying to push a bunch of toxic people to force them to get married because they're aged, and they keep age shaming people, and it's like that age ain't gonna be mean anything to your family, your future kids, if both of them are toxic. They wind
Facts.
up in divorce.
What happened with Blue?
Yeah, I was just about to ask that. Who blocked Blue? God knows you. Why you block Blue?
Why you block Blue? She there? No, she right. I don't know. Yeah, man. I don't know what's up with those two, man. They I don't know. Yeah, man. But We've been almost an hour and a half. I really didn't plan on being on here this long, man. But you get in these conversations, you know, you want to, you know, you want to take your time with it. So yeah, I really enjoy this going live shit, man. It's funny. I had a YouTube channel for so long and never went live on it. Now I go live on somebody else's channel. Now I don't want to give it up. So I'll be doing this at least every other week, you know, with the sessions. And like I say, my first debate going to be tentatively set March 5th against Rio. Who has a bigger impact on the culture, Jay-Z or Master P? I'm picking Master P. So I know I got an uphill battle. Yeah. Then I got Black Sun after that with CTE, the cause of Chris Benoit's murder-suicide. And hopefully I get some more after that. I mean, I got to do 6, so I'll have 4 more after that. So you guys got anything else to say before I close out?
No, this was a good conversation. You guys have a good night.
All right. Hey, thank you for coming, because I always see you in like various chats, but I never heard your voice. So it was funny that you came on the thing earlier and then you came back. So I appreciate you jumping on.
You too. Have a good night, guys.
All right, you too.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, nah, man. Yeah, good combo. Yeah, it's nice to fall back, man, and have combos like this, man. Especially with the females, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why I'm glad
you got that female here. Perspective. Yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah, I ain't got nothing planned. Me and Black Sun are gonna do something tomorrow on the back end. But you know, it won't be a show or nothing. I may end up doing something.
That's what you say.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even think I'm gonna go. I think we might just do something in the back chat. You know what I mean? I might not even take it live. I wanna see how the lives work. Right now, you know, I'm playing with stuff as y'all talk. You see, I got Ticker down there and everything. This is my first time ever being on StreamYard.
Okay, you're the one doing that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't know.
I'm just playing around with stuff. Yeah. It's in the banner. It's in the banner menu. Yeah, I'm just playing around with stuff, man, and I'm gonna do more of that tomorrow. But like I said, I don't think I'm gonna like have an actual live show tomorrow. If I do, it'll be something playing like I'm gonna hit Black Sun tomorrow, and we may end up talking about this whole Chinese spy balloon thing tomorrow. I'm thinking about talking about that.
Yeah, I just saw that on the news before I came on.
Yeah. So we might end up talking about that if I have a show tomorrow. If not, then we just gonna do that thing. But I may do something with Talik tomorrow too. But if not, Black Sun may have a show with Nature Mom Sunday morning. So I might be in that. But other than that, I ain't really got nothing planned for the weekend. I'll check y'all out on Champions Corner on Monday.
All right, no doubt. All right, GTO, you got anything to say before I shut it down?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I was trying to block Blue from my account, and I made a mistake because this is my first time being an admin on somebody's channel, and I made a mistake. I unblocked him though. I made a mistake and blocked him from the fucking StreamYard. I meant to go on back to YouTube, and I didn't want to interrupt the show, and I'm on my phone. So I unblocked him, so you can see him now. But yeah, I'm not. Blue, you can come up here and chop it up. If I'm up on here, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not going to say nothing in the conversation. I'm not going to try to debate you. You can come up here and talk. Most of the time, I'm up here. I'm just up here to try to help with technical stuff because I know a little bit more about StreamYard. Like he asked me to come up here and change the little ocean background or whatever, and then
Thank you.
I did want to come up and talk to Trevor. Like, come on now, like don't do that. Like. It's still about the league. I'm not beefing. I'm over it now. I just
all right, cool. So
all right,
before you go, Trevor, before you go, so Ganaxi, have you heard anything since the little order been put out? Like you know, is everything good?
He in the chat. He in the chat. Yeah, that's why I said I made a mistake because he said he didn't want to come up because I was up here. But
yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. But I
Blue,
want
Monday.
I mean I want
Monday.
to make sure everything copacetic. You know what I mean? Because I want to be able for like Trevor and Black Sun and Yang to move along with the league. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like definitely. I'm glad. He still want to go on with the debate, but I just want to tell him like, yeah, don't be ashamed, don't be afraid, because I'm up here. I don't have no hard feelings at all. Like
me and Akasha were trying to set up a debate earlier, so yeah, they're still good. That's what I was afraid of. And Blue obviously said he wanted to debate me, so yeah, we still on. So that's good to hear. And you see, Anyame was in the chat, so it's all good, man. That's what I'm saying, man. We get upset and we have beefs or whatever, but that shit shouldn't take away from the greater good, and it's still like we want to debate each other.
Right, and that's what's important. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure everything was straight with that.
Yeah, I don't have no hard feelings. Like I just want to still have certain conversations on the platform and stuff like that. We just continue promoting the league. Like I don't got no issues with nobody. Like, it is what it is. But
all right, well,
yeah. Yeah, cause Trevor cool as shit. Like I ain't gonna fuck up y'all conversation. I want to know what the debate gonna be. The fuck, cause I know Trevor gonna fuck some shit up. So I'm not even tripping. I know I see what's gonna happen.
You think the wrestling nerd is cool?
No, cause I fuck with how humble you is and stuff like that, and I know that I could just feel that you're a good debater. I could just feel it. You know what I'm saying? My intuition always on point. I'm a psychic,
I hope so.
I'm a psychic. Like I know these things. Now, if you get spanked, you will embarrass me. Then I'm gonna have to cut you off. It's like no, as
much shit as I talk, man. I hope.
Yeah, then I'm backing you up. It's gonna be embarrassing. It's like no.
Nah.
But yeah, it was nice talking to you, Trevor.
All right. Well, let me see who all in here before I close out. Yeah, shout out Free Spirit. I meant to shout you out earlier. And Yame, Juju, appreciate you coming on the panel. Twin Deacon, I know Black Sun was on there earlier. Yeah, man. Whoever listening in the clouds, I like to get to say that now. Whoever listening in the clouds, I really don't know what the hell that shit mean, but I hear y'all say it all the time.
No, you can actually look up who look at you. Even people who got you blocked or you got blocked. It's in a YouTube studio.
Oh, okay.
If you ever want to watch,
Yeah, I always use a YouTube studio for my channel, but like I say, with my channel, I just upload straight.
No, and then Blackson can actually put it up from StreamYard if he wanted to.
Oh, okay.
We can talk about it and have a show on that shit. But
yeah, because that part I don't know, because I know how like you can block people from StreamYard, but you can't unblock people though, right?
No, yeah, no, you can't. I just unblocked them. Because I went to my my mod account and I had unblocked them. That was my fault because I forgot that I just be still under Black Sun or whatever. I'm just thinking I'm hitting a link because I'm like this Trevor show. I forgot that I'm still under, and my dumb ass meant to just block him because I don't want him to feel intimidated. I still want everything to go accordingly, period. Like, you know what I'm saying? He don't have to have no conversation with me.
Yeah, because I see, like I see the tab where you can block people at, but once you block them, like everything is blacked out and you can't like click on nothing to unblock. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I had went on YouTube. That's why I had fell off because I had I'm on my phone now. But if I was on my laptop.
So you got the admin on YouTube too?
Yeah, because I got a mod stick. You got a mod stick too. That's why your name is.
Oh, you talking about a wrench? Yeah.
Yeah, wrench. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, what?
Use a mod stick, wrench, whatever. Name is.
Man, like somebody like that Carl Winslow guy. I timed him out. That's the first time I ever used any wrenching privileges, and he told me, "Oh, you think you bad because you got a wrench?" I'm like, "Not really, but this is my first time ever using it, and don't come back over here." Yeah,
I'm a
But
rich. I'm a rich
that
king. I feel like
that's what I hear a lot. People always talking about, oh, you think because you got a wrench in somebody's chat. I'm like, God damn, y'all making money off these wrenches, or like what? Like what's the significance of
you
having
can just
these
go to the
wrenches?
other person's channel and subscribe and be nosy and see if somebody come and listen. If you're a content creator like me and you have a lot of troll accounts and stuff like that, you will want to snipe them motherfuckers because people that try to come in there dox you. People like me, yeah, I got gang stalkers, so I be wanting to snipe them. So I be wanting my wrench. Oh, I'm not coming in
having a wrench, man, like that's clout, bro. Like I said, in the YouTube streets, having a wrench is like being one of the shooters.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I realize it's to protect yourself because from being doxxed in certain spaces. So you know what I'm saying? So it's imperative sometimes that you have a wrench. That's what I see now because I have been doxxed from troll accounts that try to imitate me or try to put my real name in the chat or whatever, try to put information in there. And I realize when I go in certain spaces, if I'm not able to snipe them, or they just let them rock out, or for whatever reason.
What does it mean to like when I hear some people say I jumped down in the chat? What does that mean?
You just typing in the chat, like you just drop down, like
okay.
It was a lot of different terms that people say in the space. Like they say in real time. Like when somebody say in real time, that mean they was there for the live.
Okay.
And you can't lie. Or if somebody say, "Oh, we tracking," that mean I went back to see what the fuck you said in this 4 to 9 hour live stream, bitch. You ain't slick. Like I be tracking. Like
how y'all find time to do how you do that? Put the comments on the screen.
You just click on the person comment.
Oh, okay.
Click on it. Yeah.
Okay, man. How y'all find time to do all of that, man? I'm trying to. Golly. I'm
learning myself, man. I'm learning myself. I don't know nothing about this. None of this, man. I'm learning.
Like I'm gonna definitely start going.
It's actually really self-explanatory. It's certain other streaming platforms that I use that's way more complicated. Like Eve Mux, you got Melon app, that's way cheaper. I used Zoom before. You can use your phone on Zoom, it's way better. You can go to other apps while you using Zoom. But black people would not get off this stream, y'all. Shit, it's so ghetto. We just will not.
You can get a free account though.
But you can't put the gifts on there and put your logo on there. It don't.
I guess for what I'm doing, it wouldn't even matter. But like I say, Venkat done already mapped out how he want my channel to look. So hey, I give him free reign. Do whatever the hell you want to do.
That's what I'm trying to tell Black Son. Like we have free reign with the wrench, and when we come on StreamYard and stream, but I be trying to tell him you have to put the banner up when I make the banner at least. Okay, I can teach you how to do it. I'm gonna do a tutorial or something because he said he'll know how to do it, and I want him to get a new logo. I gotta redo the banner that I had originally made because I wanted it to look way better. But I definitely have a logo in mind because that yellow is funky.
I like the old school arena logo. But I'm telling you, boy, Venkat, man, he cold with them graphics.
Man,
he cold. I ain't gonna lie, man. He cold
hit me
with
up.
Him, man.
I posted it. He been sending, like he sends me thumbnails and shit that he just makes for any show that I'm gonna do. And I put up the wrong one before I came live. It hit me up. No, take that off. You can't see that.
That's irritating, y'all irky. Like y'all not paying attention.
No, man.
I hate when y'all don't know how to size the goddamn banner.
Man, because I'm a talker.
And I size it perfectly because I want all the letters to be in there and I want it to look perfect. I want everybody to see the letters. So I know how to eyeball the goddamn. Don't you know when you go on your YouTube page and you see the background over top of people's name? I hate when people whole name or title is not in the goddamn banner. It pisses me off so bad. I got OCD with that. And I'd be like, please squeeze the picture in the banner part so all the letters can fit because I got it perfectly fit in with your Cash App and everything.
What you see
but
me
I'm ready to
doing
change
now,
my banner again.
What you see me doing now is just I just talk on the microphone. Like I'm I'm glad that he offers to do all this stuff for me, man. Because I
I
mean, my
know how to
wife.
edit videos too, real good.
See, my wife does. She can do all that stuff because she's a Canva creator. So she actually holds tutorials online for that shit. So, but she's busy because she's always running like training courses and shit. So I'm still a caveman.
Yeah, I see whatever. That's why I see that you probably why you relate to black men, because that nigga really said spirituality is mostly for women. I said that is hilarious.
I get where he's coming from, but I see the point he was trying to make, because I would say something like that, but I would say that con men use spirituality on women more because women are more emotional, and and like religion, a lot of religion is tied into your emotion. So I mean, it's the reason why. And God, I ain't gonna start back up. We could do this next week, but is why a lot of churches bring in women preachers, because women preachers could raise money. They could speak on your emotion, and the more emotional I can make you, the more money you're gonna give me. So that's kind of how that goes.
True. But yeah, I know you want to get off here. Let me not keep you and get off of here. My fault.
Yeah. I ain't gonna be like you and Yanga, man. Y'all be up 4 a.m, man. I can't.
I don't know why we end up coming together at 4 o'clock in the morning talking and chopping it up.
I'm up at 4, but that's to go to the gym and then head to work. But man.
And then end up doing 4 hours and shit. And my long-winded ass, I just be so happy I get to use my gifts again. I end up doing 7 hours, don't even realize I'm on here because I be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And it was other platforms that you can stream on YouTube and my space in the black sector. But I'm like, y'all are doing too much. How y'all streaming for 12 hours and then afraid to change the subject? Fuck out of here. Yeah. But I'm gonna talk about that. Probably I'm gonna go live later. Probably after you. So
well, all right then. Well, let me close out then. So I appreciate y'all coming on, man, because I didn't know who was gonna come listen to me, but I appreciate y'all coming on, man, and chopping it up with me. Real good conversation.
No doubt.
All right, peace, y'all.
Peace.
Well, that was episode 2 of the Straight Talk with Trevor Sessions. We didn't get to peace, MD. We didn't get to get Richard on, but so Richard, you banned. You can't come over here again. You can't come over here for like 30 days just because you said that you were going to do something. You agreed to it earlier and you didn't do it, buddy. You're not a man of your word. So don't come in this chat. If I see you in this chat, you banned for 30 days. I'm going to kick you out for 30 days. So that's how that's going to go. I appreciate the panel. I appreciate everybody that was in the chat to listen to me run my mouth. This is what I do. And like I say, I just uploaded to my YouTube page, Straight Talk with Trevor, like a 2-minute clip from my podcast that's entitled The Importance of the Black Father. We touched on that some tonight on this panel. It's like a 2-minute clip. And you can listen to my show on all major podcast platforms. And when I say all major, I mean it's on everything. Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Audible, Odyssey, iHeartRadio. Just type it in the Google browser. It'll come up some way. Yeah, get that show a listen, man. I have 57 shows. I have shows for everybody. I have something that some of my shows may not be for you, but then I'm pretty sure that something I talk about will be for you. It's a wide variety of shows. And if you'd like to be a guest on my show, I'd love that. If you think you have something interesting to talk about, I'm very R-rated. As you guys can see, I curse a lot, I drink on air. But I always have stimulating conversations, especially on the podcast. So if you have anything interesting that you want to talk about, Yanga's going to come on the show. So yeah, just when you see me on the panel, just say what's up, say you're interested. We could do it online. We could do it whatever, you know. Power of technology. You don't even have to be sitting in my studio, you know. So peace to Brother Black Sun for allowing me this opportunity to run my mouth for almost 2 hours. I really appreciate the time, bro. This is a passion of mine, and you guys helping to bring it out of me. Peace to the whole entire Arena family, Deacon, Twin, Gynocracy, Black Sun, Yanga, Angel Snup Nut, Zanzi, wherever you are, come back. MD, you know what I'm saying? Just peace to everybody. I'm pretty sure somebody on the Arena gonna go live tomorrow, so you have plenty to watch. I mean, we got something for every flavor. Peace to Vancat, who does all my graphics and logos and all that good stuff. And it was his brother, the Silent Assassin. Be able to check out his YouTube page and listen to his music and all his fan-made videos and things like that. Actually, I'm going to play a song again when I'm closing out. Shout out to the league, man. Shout out to SVDL. Like I say, excuse me, I got my first debate set up against the number one against the number one debater, Rio and Cozy. You know, it's going to be tough because it's Rio. You know, we were going to debate something else, but when I thought about it, I said, you know what? He's too into that. I mean, it wouldn't even be competitive. The fact that the way he would watch me. So at least with the debate that we're going to have, I think I could put up a good fight against him. So I'm looking forward to it, man, because when I came in on my house session, I said I wanted to punch the best debater in the mouth. At the time, I was talking about Yanga, but Yanga doesn't want to debate me until I get some more debates under my belt, and I get it. I think he's scared, but I wouldn't even disrespect Yanga like that. But I think with Yanga doesn't want to leave any. Yanga wants to be able to feel me out and see where I'm coming from, because Yanga feels like I may have a puncher's chance against anybody, and he doesn't want to be the guy. Yanga doesn't want to be the answer to a question. Rio doesn't want to be the answer to a question, but I will tell you, somebody is going to be the answer to a question, and that question is, who was the first person to lose to Trevor and SVDL? Who's it going to be? Which one of y'all want to take this out? Which one of y'all will hold this out? Black Sun doesn't want it. Black Sun was like, oh, no. You need to debate somebody else before we do our debate. He didn't want to be the first one. It's all good, though. You know, I love Black Sun. Me and Black Sun got a love-hate relationship. I'll come on his panel and yell at him, you know, all day, and then we cool again later. So it's all good. But like I say, peace to everybody. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for listening to me go on for almost 2 hours. Had a tremendous conversation. Special shout out to Juju for coming on the panel. You know, I've seen her in chats a couple of times, but to actually have a conversation with her, you know what I'm saying? And then the fact that we had so much in common with our thought patterns, you know, I think what I want to accomplish with these straight talk sessions is you guys really get to know me and what I stand on. I know a lot of things that I say may be controversial. It's not the popular opinion, but I'm very unfiltered. The subtitle of my podcast is the podcast where no topic is off limits. I'll say any and everything. It doesn't matter. But it's just like, you know, you got to get those conversations started. So again, I appreciate everybody for coming out. If you can, head over to my Facebook page, Straight Talk with Trevor. Not my Facebook page, sorry. I do have a Facebook fan page called the Straight Talk Society. You know, that's my podcast show page. But then I also have a YouTube page, Straight Talk with Trevor, where I upload my podcast on. And the full podcast will be uploaded this Sunday. I may do it tomorrow. It's already recorded, so I may do it tomorrow. The importance of the Black father. But besides that, I want to say peace to everybody. Peace and love. You guys stay safe out there. And just try loving somebody. Just try holding somebody accountable. And I'm going to leave you guys with this before I close out with the Silent Assassins song, Middle Finger. I'm going to leave you with the way I always close out my shows. And it's with a quote that I came up with the first podcast I ever did 2 years ago. And it says, always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of it. And with that, I say peace.
And you, and you, and you.